So this is day 2. I had to think about that for a second.
Well, no, actually, it's day 1.
Well, all right, fair
technically.
We got here yesterday. This is the first day of the. Let me show you the offending article. 2-ball rally. We're not sure where we're supposed to meet. They're supposed to get in touch with us on Facebook at 8 o'clock, which is just past. Tell us where we're supposed to meet. We'll be there for about 1:15. Then we get his instructions, don't we, for the first day. There's very special challenges. So we've checked the book, and one of the things we've got to do today is in Fort William find the bronze Ford Model T statue, have a picture, and then also try and do some bonus challenges, including being Scottish, doing Scottish things.
Scotch pie, haggis.
Yeah. Kilts, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. You've got to sing carpool karaoke, this famous Scottish song. I looked last night to see what I could find for that, and I quite fancy Donald Wears Your Trousers.
Have we got the words for that?
No, but I'm sure we can find them.
We'll have to find the music.
And the music. That's, again, we have got the equipment, we can do this stuff, it's all good. But first of all, most pressing of all, breakfast, because the B&B was lovely, but it was only a B. There was no there was no second B. The breakfast was not forthcoming. They have got a deal with a restaurant or cafe somewhat up the road. The menu looked immense. I did have a look at like proper full-on breakfast with like square sausage and all. But because we're obviously hungry and need to find something quick, it's McDonald's, so we're going to go and find there. So we'll go and get some breakfast, then we'll go and find everybody else, and we'll try and get some footage of the cars and the teams.
So exactly, because I'm going to have sausage egg McMuffin, as is tradition. But there won't be any brown or red sauce on this. I'm going to go solo.
No, that's all right. McDonald's don't care.
And then I'll have indigestion for the rest of the day, because as much as I love it, it does tend to repeat on you. So I'm saving you on that one, Joe.
We're going to go right now.
Okay, doke.
So yeah, the sauce challenge still stands. That we'll figure out, but I
think that can happen tomorrow.
Green Welly stop, I'm thinking. That doesn't break. Well, we'll see. Let's see how we get on. Let's meet up with everybody else and work out which challenge.
Yes. Yeah.
That sounds.
Remember, that's what we're here for. We're not here for our own personal jolly jaunt.
No, we're here to win. We're definitely going to beat that other German team.
Oh, that were embarrassing. They look too young.
Fair play though, he did look more German than we did.
He did actually. That guy with the
I don't think he is actually German, but he did look more German, so that's a bonus.
So, although I would say that we look like older Germans.
We could be the dads.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they'd be.
Well, actually, to be fair,
probably
they did look young enough for us to be the dads. Oh, I just asked, so how old are you? See if we can win that bet.
Combined age, I think we'll easily double.
Yes.
Right, breakfast, then we'll go and find the other cars. So we've discovered a new thing. I don't know if it's a Scottish thing. Mighty McMuffin. It's a sausage and egg McMuffin with bacon and sauce. Brown sauce. But we both have brown and egg. I can't believe it. Again,
it works.
So it's just a mess. We've just run into a fellow set of ralliers. It's the Jolly Jockeys. They're in what looks like a BMW of some kind. What do you reckon?
It's a 1 Series 1.8D soft top.
You paid a lot more attention to it than I did. It's a white car.
However, if that was a motorbike, you know it's full valve.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd like valve, train, all the rest of it. But cars, not so much. So we've got a Stuffer's Face. We've just found out where we're meeting, which is Knockhill Racing Circuit.
Yep. So
that's a good place, I reckon, for me to get some practice in the car. 100 mile an hour. It's very wet. I'm not sure it's a good idea racing. If it was like horse racing, what would the form would be definitely soft. What is it? What's the form? Turf? I don't know. I'm not a horse racing person either.
Yeah, soft.
So yeah. So we're going to stuff this in his faces, go and get some petrol, and then go meet up with everybody else. Now we know where we're going, and we've got like. Well, they want us to be there for 9. We should make that, I reckon. As long as we don't spend too long chewing this food. So I'm going to stop talking, start chewing.
Nice.
Do you like that?
It's alright.
Yeah. It adds to the the authentic ambience, I find.
I think you're right.
Can't beat a bit of umpire, can you? I'm not sure an hour of this is what I want to listen to, but yeah, fuck you, we got that far that morning. It's probably got a famous German name, this song, like the Umpar Band Bottom Smacking March. What do you mean? So yeah, bit of authentic Bavarian flavour for you, gentlemen and ladies. So we've all met up here at Knockhill Racing Circuit, and we've got all the cars in the rally kind of lined up. So we've got bits of stuff for road traffic defence.
Hello.
It looks like a couple of key to them. Nice song. The other German team, which we won't mention. Authentic Ferrari, love it. Nicely coming up top. I'm not sure that's on the budget, that one. Nice jag. Liking that. I'm lowering the roof.
Guess when are you going to
Another beam. Yeah. See, Bob, we could have gone with a Ford car. Typical, innit? Oh, the Wacky Races team. I love these guys last night. Offer me a drink, that's always a bonus. Okay. Johnny Boy special, I love it. McDonald's guy. Oh, I'm loving that. I'm going to say that is impressive. Like,
is that a wrap or is it? Yeah,
that's hand painted.
Hand painted. That's
all
impressive.
hand done. Yeah. You
So
spray it on,
good bit of
It's made out of actual wood.
and you just scrape it. Perfect.
That's amazing. I'm enjoying your like full commitment
We
here.
were as high as kites tonight. We painted that.
So we got full car. Oh, thank you. Another full car, see Bob, we could have come in a full car. Nice Nissan. The Wenger bus. Like that. I ain't seen the one with the tent on the roof yet because I'm looking forward to that. Nice colour coding. Good outfits on this team. And some of these just look like people have come in. Liking. And of course, Helen. The jockeys we saw in McDonald's this morning. Everyone needs breakfast. And that's it, I think. I think that's all of them. But quite a lot of cars. Yeah, hey up. There's only a few of us come in costume this morning, which is kind of funny. Me and Bob, of course, in our full baby husband. Cheeky monkeys.
Got one inside again.
Oh, I'm loving that. Nice spoiler. You'll keep it on the road, aren't you? Well, you know, I think we're not going to win the prize for the most decorated car because the Pirates are clearly going to win that one. But I don't feel like we've done out of sorts. It's pretty good. So, so we're at Knockhill Racing Circuit and we get to do a parade lap. So we're just all nicely lined up. So we'll see one or two of the cars going. Now we're going to do 2 laps of the circuit. Here we go. We've just had a look at some of the cars. There's some special cars, man. For me, I think the Pirate one's going to win the best kind of dress up on the car. They've really gone to town. They've painted the outside of it in actual wood grain, which is just astonishing.
That is some fine. I reckon they were
This guy leaning out of the
painter and decorators in their time.
Apparently got a bit high painting that one, yeah. Like all kinds of fumes coming up. So we're just going to go down now onto the pit lane, go around, take his time apparently.
Yeah.
Be sensible about
heroics.
things. No heroics. We've seen 1 or 2 oil leaks from a few cars. Oh, we're having a music up, there you go. So yeah,
Will do.
what a start to the day. Come on, we can't complain about
We
that.
can't.
They're an umpire, isn't it? Now that's what I call umpire.
That's
23.
what I call umpire 23.
Somebody's actually
Ice
got
cream van's here.
Dukes of Hazzard. Ice cream van. Oh, that's what that noise is. More Dukes of Hazzard in it, they said. So pit lane. Look at this. It's like we're like proper drivers and stuff. Give the guy a wave. So Knockhill Racing circuit. So we'll do 2 laps and then we're onto the road. We're going to get to these challenges apparently once we come off of it. Well, yeah, let's just enjoy a circuit of the racetrack. It's a basic signal manoeuvre, Bob.
Rear signal manoeuvre, nothing's coming up. What a racetrack!
Alright, watch the apex. Oh, elephant. You can probably see the throng of cars in front of us going off here. That one with the tent on, which is like, they've built what I can only describe their own construction on the roof. And it's supported by what looks like metal slats just going around the corner. I am sure that's going to come off before they're finished.
I think that's quite right. I mean, don't know where they've come from.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's been motorway tested, hasn't it? The home of Scottish Motorsport Racing, apparently.
Yeah.
Because it's the only racetrack in Scotland. I remember this one when I worked on Knockhill. We had it as a go-kart track. So it's quite tight and twisty, isn't it?
It is.
I can't imagine like opening it up proper on this. Certainly not on this bit. This is amazing. Someone broke down already.
No, Wenger boys are warming up their...
warming the tyres up to get a bit of grip. And
get a bit of grip in the Mercedes A-Class there.
Okay. Fellow Mercs. Yeah.
Well, you know, it's an A-Class. It's one of the original A-Classes. I wouldn't necessarily describe it as a Merc.
Hang on, what would you describe it as then?
Shit.
Well, you were going to say, well, like a Ford or something. Oh, well, we're not expecting. Well, Wenger boys, we're very sorry, but Bob has judged your car rather harshly.
It is. Oh, it clips the apex there perfectly.
Perfectly taken.
Oh, look at that.
Those race
I think I used to work in the games industry.
I'm going to say all those like... trying to think what racing games you might have worked on in the past, Bob.
Rally Masters, that was
Rally Masters. Do you not work on Motorhead?
Nope.
Oh, before your time.
No. When was Motorhead?
Just before we did Rally Masters with Digital Illusions. Same firm.
No. Worked on that.
Brake markers here, look. 150.
150.
Start braking. Really start braking. Oh, we don't have to be able to start braking. Everyone's having a beat. I mean, I'm liking the accompaniment of music. It really feels like this is a tight, sharp hill. Also pleased to see I'm not the only person on L plates by the looks of it. Somebody else is on L's. Although it might just be decoration. So this is normally where you put your foot down, isn't it? Because you've got the straights. So I'm assuming there's going to be some official media of this particular day as well. There's lots of filming by the organisers. We're doing a great job. We have had to sign disclaimers to come on the racetrack, you know.
I have.
Well, you have.
So I'm driving.
Well, you're driving. I don't have to do a disclaimer on account of not driving. I'll tell you what, nice smooth bit of time like this, isn't it?
It is. Lovely bit of time like this.
I suppose that's the benefit of being a racing circuit. It should be good. You're enjoying this way too much.
I am. I just No, I don't want to open it up too much because there's a guy in front.
Yeah, we don't want to crash into that
I
mini.
don't want to crash into that mini.
I was pleased to see, by the way, there was a number of 4 cars, so we could have come in a 4 car.
We could have.
I mean, one's dressed up as a Barbie car. What was the other one dressed up? It was like
I don't know. It was just silver.
just silver.
Well, it's a red one further out that way.
Oh, there you go.
They've dropped the top on it. Do you think I think we are going to try and drop the top on this.
Once we make sure we don't squash all those precious clothes and snacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Still can't go that sense on top of that car. This is this song, which I'm sure is questionable. Oh, what a way to start today. Well, you can't floor this, can you?
No.
I wasn't expecting anything like this. I thought we'd meet in a car park by McDonald's. So this is definitely a step up. Well, diving up that corner. Well, it's amazing how tight everyone's taking that corner, trying to like find a racing line. So there we go. This is the second of our 2 parade laps. I think what happens now is we pull back into the pit lane. Apparently there's a hairpin. I don't know how that works. And then we get his instructions for the day. And then we let loose. Anything could happen at that point. Who knows what we'll find. Well, I like how the red lights on. It's like, get in the pit, get in the pit. These are the cheap seats, look, Bob, on the outside. How many cars do you reckon there is? I mean,
Well,
there's a lot more than a 4.
40 entrants.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's a few in there. I mean, we're about in the middle of the pack and we're still going back around the back of the racing circuit.
Yeah. What I might point out is about 8 degrees out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's not really. Well, it might be normal for racing around here, I don't know, but it's a bit wet and a bit slippy, is how I described it. I see he's got the right idea now. He's filming us as we go past, as we're going past slow. I'll give him away, there we go. Hey! We've got 1 or 2 more cameras than we've got. We've got we've got a 1 camera set up for video.
We've got 1 camera set up, then we've got multiple phone cameras.
Top of pit wall must be kept clear at all times.
Thank you.
Well, I enjoyed that. Knockhill karting. See, I remember it. I'm sure it was karting when we had it in Top Gear. That's when we were trying to get the 12 player online working. That was a nightmare. Thanks, Dave. Actually, Dave would be well gutted because he would love that. Being both Scottish and avid go-kart racing.
Ah, there you go.
He was fairly firm about it staying 12 players at the time.
Ali set up ones.
Oh, these are cool. Right then, so we've just done his lap of Knockhill Racing Circuit, and now we've got the instructions. So, are you ready for this, Bob?
Right.
Two-Bow Alley, Day 1, Challenge 1. We've all seen the famous James Bond film Skyfall. Seen that?
Yes.
I've seen it, yeah. If not, you'll need to get with the times and check out the short clip where Bond and M stand looking into the distance at an undisclosed Scottish location, where Bond explains to M this is where he grew up. The famous scene is somewhere along your route today, with no help from us other than the photo below and probably the internet. We'd like you to locate the famous scene and recreate it with your car and team in the photo. Can you add a twist to the photo whilst maintaining its main feature? Successful completion of this challenge can earn you up to 150 points. There's a supplemental information thing which I can't get to. Let's just check that. The following information will get you from Knockhill Race to Greenwelly stop, which is a nice spot to stop for a cup of tea. Turn left, follow the A223 for approximately 20 miles. You'll pass through Devon and Glen Eagles. At the end of the A223, when you get to the village of Westerton, you'll come to a junction. Turn right. Jesus, wet.
It's a 3.2 litre.
Just overtook us. Turn right at the junction, take the A22 signed for Creef. From Creef, you're back on the original route, headed for Skye. Continue on the A85 westbound, headed for Glencoe and Fort William. So, we're going to have to do some research of the location where Bond explains to M where he grew up. There's a picture which ain't going to help us. It's got a picture of an Aston Martin, Daniel Craig, and who played them? Judi Dench.
Judi Dench.
Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench.
Looking across the thing. So all we need to do is just keep an eye out for a bunch of cars spot looking across the valley, and we'll work it out from there.
There'll be a queue.
Right, so I'm going to get to the internet and look out where this is. Feels like an interesting challenge, that, but I mean,
feels like an interesting challenge.
You're a big James Bond fan, don't you?
I enjoy James Bond, yeah.
You enjoy James Bond? What's your favourite James Bond? The gadgets, the cars?
As in terms of... I think it's a bit of everything, to be honest. That's what I like about James Bond. It's a bit there for everyone.
Favourite James Bond film?
Oh,
that's a tough one. There you go.
That is a toughie.
I'll go first if you like.
Go on then.
Live and Let Die. Because it's terrible. It's so bad.
That is quite terrible.
Which I think is Roger Moore, isn't it?
It's Roger Moore.
Yeah.
For me, if you're talking terrible, I'd say The Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh, that's got the Lotus Bruce changed into a submarine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, hang on a minute. I can't remember which one it was. Then I'm not.
Not that big a James Bond fan.
James Bond, I think I do like the Daniel Craig ones, to be honest.
Okay.
I've thought they were very jolly.
You're gonna narrow it down a bit.
Probably
jolly.
Yeah.
Hang on. Of all the James Bond films, Daniel Craig is not the jolly one. I'm going to say.
Yeah, but it's
no like random humour in it.
No, there is no random humour in it. But it gives backstories, and that's what I like.
Oh, okay.
You see, I like there to be a bit of history.
Would you? Well, in which case, surely you go for Her Majesty's Secret Service then when he gets married and all that. With Mr. Lazenby. Yes.
Yes, I do actually like that one.
That's Sonia's favourite, but she don't like James Bond.
Yeah, with Telly Savalas as Blofeld.
Was that Telly? I forgot about that.
It was, yeah.
I had actually forgot about that.
Yeah.
Did he have a lollipop?
He did not have a lollipop.
He should have been in his contract. I'll do it, but I want a lollipop. These are cultural references anybody under the age of about, I don't know, 41 recognise, I think. Right, so we'll pause there. And we're going to have a look and see where this place is, and then we'll work out how we get there. So we've got two things to find today then, because we've got this, and then we've got the Model T, which we've checked and is in Fort William, if I remember right. So, yep, challenge accepted, as they say. Yeah, so Muckart, okay, this is going to get wanky. 20 mile an hour, walking and cycling friendly road. Right, okay, so we took a slight detour, we missed the turn off we should have took, but that's alright because we're busy trying to look for that James Bond place. It turns out if you just Google James Bond Skyfall Road, it takes you directly there, which is 2 hours 8 minutes away. So we're now on track to find that, so that's good. We've checked today's challenges. We need to go to Skyfall location first, take a picture, that's all good.
Yep.
We need to think about how we can recreate that more. I mean, do you reckon we could do like some classic James Yachts movie post shots, you know, shoot it through the wide open spread legs of a man in lederhosen? Kind of live and let die, not live and let die, is it?
But it's got to be a twist.
Isn't it?
It's got to be a twist.
Yeah.
I ain't got a gun.
We didn't bring a gun, did we? We weren't expecting to need guns.
Yeah.
So we've not done that. So we're going to get there. We've got to figure out how we do that. So we'll cogitate on that as we get in there.
Yeah.
And then from there, it looks like it's not that far up the A82 to get to Fort William, where we're going to find the bronze for Model T.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we've got to work out how we get some interesting Scottish music to sing along to, so we can do car karaoke.
Yeah.
Still fancying Donald Where's My Trousers. We can put the words on the phone and sing them out. So we can find a Bavarian version of that. And then do some Scottish things, which is
Well,
I worry about that one, to be honest, because I feel we might end up with some stereotypes, and I don't really want to do that.
yeah.
But we have got some iron brew.
We have got iron brew, and we've got
No, so we couldn't worry about them.
some. I know there's some.
Look at that. This road's barely wide enough for 2 bicycles. He's now wondering if it's just
we have got some steins in the back, so
Ooh,
you know we've got the
iron brew
iron brew and the steins.
Yeah,
And,
is that Scottish?
We've always got to have a bit of a twist whilst we're wearing these ladies.
Oh, okay, all right. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll give it that. That
In
does.
fact, we could combine the Skyfall picture with this twist,
Yeah.
i.e. wearing lederhosen, right, with the steins,
Shooting
with-
balls of iron brew.
with the iron brew inside it,
Ah.
and therefore, you know, we've got everything we could possibly need in that space.
Recreating that shot with the 2 of us there, it might be interesting. We might have to see if we can figure out a way to like do a. Oh, you've got your monopod, haven't you?
Got my
Has your
monopod.
camera got like a timer mode?
It does.
All right, we can probably recreate that shot perfectly. Then we've just got to get the car in the right place as well.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So I think we've got a plan there.
Yeah, I think we will.
What the hell is that?
That's 2.
Oh, it's 2 birds. I thought it was like a cat or something. We've managed to lose the rest of the rallies by going the wrong way, but I think that's actually works in his favour because we were stuck behind that guy in the mini and he was going slow,
Yeah.
and everybody else was like blazing to get past us, kept overtaking us in weird spots.
Plus fact, this road, it's
This is nice.
yeah.
It's like bridges. I mean, it's a shame you can't see it because you're looking at us, but trust us, it's. We've now entered Clackmannanshire, which I don't know.
That was Jane Godley's name for Boris Johnson.
Clackmannanshire.
Yeah.
That's what she called it.
No,
Right. What?
she called him Clackwanker.
It's almost the same.
Yeah.
Clackwanker. Yeah, well, he's Boris Johnson. Sod that guy.
Right, so we can't turn there.
No, not that one.
Can't
Next one towards Creef.
there.
Right, we're probably. What the hell is this road doing?
It's doing interesting stuff.
Alright,
see?
good after this one. Stay left.
Well, so let's end up going back to St Andrews, which I only went to a couple of weeks back.
St Andrews, golf course, St Andrews.
Yep. It's the big
Good,
one.
there's a good brewery at St Andrews.
In terms of beer.
Well, there's a brewery at St Andrews. Yeah, there's the tap houses there.
The other very Scottish thing we can do, distillery.
Ooh,
Huh?
I like that.
That'd be a good
That
idea.
works for me. Right, so we've got some ideas. I think we'll spin the camera around and enjoy some of these roads because there's some lovely scenery. We'll do that and we'll talk in a bit.
Yep.
So this, put this back on because literally like 5 seconds stopping, we've gone to this road and it's all like wonderful little bits of twists and turns. I mean, this in the words of Ian Banks would be a great wee road, I feel.
Yep.
It's
And it's smooth as well. It's like, people always ask themselves, why do they pay more taxes in Scotland? It's for this.
Good
it's
roads.
for these smooth roads.
government who's not a bunch of shysters.
Yep.
Proper
Well,
medical NHS, don't start with that. They were just resting the camper van on the shop.
They're just resting. Indeed.
We've got, apparently, I'm not getting into it honestly.
But
It was on the books. It was on the books. So he forgot he'd been charged off the year before or something. Anyway, topical politics for you there, and that's as much as we're doing on that topic right now. Well, this is great. We've got like a loch on the side. Loch, you know, not lock. Locks are what you have on canals.
Aye.
Loch, Lomond, you know. Now, I will apologise. I seem to be picking up slight
The lingo.
Scottish twang. Well, it's not that. I feel obliged to do it right. I'm trying my best, but I'm sure it's terrible. To anybody who knows me, I'm Scottish. I am sorry. You are allowed to take the piss out of my ridiculous Yorkshire accent at any time you like. Look at this, Bob. Come on, this is. I think this is what we wanted, isn't it? Like
Yep.
lovely, twisty, turny roads, and I'm actually quite glad you're doing the driving on this bit. I think you're quite glad you're doing the driving on this bit.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I mean, this to me is a bike road. It's like some kind of castle. Yeah? It's only an this because it's just bend after bend after bend, but this is the kind of stuff I love. That little end, yeah. So I think they've done a good job by sending us this way, because by taking us off at Knockhill, it's forced us onto bike roads. Yeah. And then it's forcing us to get back towards the A82, which I know is a nice road anyway. It's the A285. We will stop at Greenwelling, because I might need to go to the toilet when I get there. But yeah, this is what we hope for. Well, we'll run down the road a bit, and then we'll have a think about today's contentious topic. I think actually, rather than contentious, I think today we're going to have a talk about whiskey.
Whiskey, okay. Well, let's get a little bit further on.
Yeah, I think so. I think we'll talk whiskey in a bit. It's near and dear to both our hearts, and we were the main reason we liked the idea of the Scottish trip was probably related to that. Right. So we lost a bunch of the rally people, but as we're coming down this bit here, nice bit of forested lane here, a bit old woodland. We can now see up ahead of us there's a bunch of two-bow ralliers and what looks like a lorry holding everybody up. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 two-bow ralliers stuck behind a van and a bunch of slow
one
approaches.
of them's in a caterer, and that must be absolutely galling to be stuck, because caterers can absolutely shift.
Oh, I thought you were going to be suggesting that today being in the Caterham in the rain was probably not the experience they were hoping for.
No, it's to be absolutely honest, and we'll test this out later. As you can see further up, you've got the Barbie car.
Yeah.
Right, and they've got the roof down already. Right.
Yeah.
It's as long as you don't stop, it can be surprisingly dry.
So as long as you're going, the rain goes over the top of you.
The rain, yeah,
you get sucked into the slipstream, as it were.
Exactly. When you stop, then the rain will come down on
you. Oh, okay.
But we can test this later, see if I'm right or wrong.
Well, we could. I mean, I feel if we're going to open the roof up, I might put my jacket on.
Yeah.
Short sleeve shirt.
Just turn the heaters up as well.
Well, it was more so I don't get wet. In case you're wrong. No, I disbelieve you, but I just don't want to get wet.
Fair enough.
So yeah, then we've joined the convoy now. So presumably that means everybody's going to go in a convoy to take the picture at Skyfall location.
Well, it would be handy to someone to actually hold the camera.
Yeah, not if it's a queue of 12 or 15 cars. I don't fancy that much. What is slowing us all down here? Is it like a... probably a tractor. The famous grouse experience at the Glen Turret Distillery. I don't want to go to Glen Turret Distillery. I've never heard of that.
And eventually.
Like that. I do like how. Do you know when you swap a panel on a car?
Yeah.
It does end up making it look a bit more racing, because obviously this has got like a boot off a different car, which is it's not the original boot which it came with, but it's giving it that kind of nice rally-esque look. It's a cheap modification if you just nip down the scrapyard.
You can. Very much like the Wakefield taxis. So all the Wakefield taxis would have their front and their front bonnet and boot black for some reason. The car would be white.
So you can tell it's a taxi.
That's
a good idea.
Not sure if they still do it now, but yeah.
I don't think I've caught a taxi there for a while. I have had a taxi from your house back to the hotel at some point. I'm sure. And I've been particularly lazy.
I just use Uber these days.
That makes sense. Right, so it's a bit boring just watching this car in front, so we'll stop there. And we'll come back when there's something more interesting to look at.
Overtake it on a corner, let's put it that way.
So we've turned off from the rest of the cars. We're just following whatever route the rally instruction goes, because the sat nav's like gone, here's a shortcut, and then there's, I don't even know what this is.
That is a crop sprayer.
Is it? Yeah. Whatever it is, it's
booms come out either side.
A fairly significant piece of machinery, is that? We're on like the tightest, narrowest little road, so Going round this might prove to be interesting, unless he turns off. Oh, there's a motorhome club site here. Pop, 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 pop. Do it. Look at that bastard. Yeah, that's a big beastie. So again, we've just arbitrarily turned off where the sat-nav sensors on like a tiny little road, and again, it seems like you can't turn a corner without finding a great fancy road with some beautiful countryside. So I think, Bob, I'm falling in love with this. So we've navigated some little back roads and gone around that tractor and stuff, and now we're back on the A85. Fingers crossed, we've cut the corner and got in front of all the rest of the two-bore ralliers. We're not enjoying back of this Land Rover, which we've seen quite a bit of now. Apart from the gift of grouse. Gift of grouse.
And I don't think they mean the whiskey either.
No, I don't think he means the whiskey. I think he means, like, you know, some lovely, tasty grouse. I've never actually eaten grouse. I'm assuming you can eat it.
Yeah.
I went to an off-road rally thing, and basically this place is at Sweetland, and it were like about 2 miles up this gravel track, and at the bottom it had a sign which said "slow birds," and presumably slow down for the birds. I'm going like, birds? And then once you come up Bumping Hill, there must have been about 300 grouse just stood on this gravel track. And as you come on, because I come on bike, and even though it's not a loud bike, but they all instantly like stop, look, and then run. And it were like Roadrunner. There were like hundreds of these grouse running, and they didn't run off the sides.
They just carried on running.
They like ran down the track, so you're chasing them, and you could see them like getting more and more panicked with the sound of this bike, and I was only doing about 5-10 mile an hour. But yeah, just blooming grouse everywhere. So yeah, pheasants are bad, grouse not so much. Maybe we'll find that. But is it a Scottish thing, grouse?
Yeah, well, it's a moorland bird.
Yeah, famous grouse.
This is very shortbread country, this.
Shortbread country?
Yeah, you know, in terms of... You know,
I mean, like in terms of houses.
Your tin of shortbread.
Nice tin of Walker's shortbread.
Yeah.
So I do like, do you know that, well, one of the things, like, we had, as a kid, my mum and dad used to get like an amp for Christmas. Yeah. And that was my favourite thing, a tin of shortbread. One of those things, like my mum would say, like you know, like you put a £1 in a week or something. And at the end of the year, you got this really great big box. It was Park Hampers, I remember.
Oh yeah.
And it was like a moment, because every year this box would turn up, and you were like, "Is the shortbread in it? Is the shortbread?" You feel like a random selection of stuff, like tins of ham and things.
Oh, tin jelly pink meat.
Yeah, and then a tin of pineapples and some mist on them mountains a bit.
Yeah.
This is a great road. But they're all great roads.
Oh, there's a cafe.
Tiny Bucket Cafe. They've gone past it now. I was checking for Green Valley stuff on map, but I've got no signal. Yeah, I still have no signal. So H+, which I think is basically 2 pieces of string,
yep,
and some cups. I reckon we're going to get past this in a minute.
Where it says reduce speed now.
Well, no, after this roundabout corner.
It's a roundabout. Where?
Well, look at that. Right, it's a corner, I know what I mean. On late night, that's like editing footage. Oh, this is stuff. Oh, you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that one.
I'm going to say, I'd have risked it on bike. Yeah. I like how it's first time you've seen a straight bit of road in his life, and now he's put his foot down. That'll do, pig. That'll do. See, they're great for off-road, but not so great as accelerating down the road. So yeah, we're now in search of somewhere to stop for a piddle and a cup of tea.
Oh, a cup of tea.
Yeah, I could do a cup. I've had too much coffee today.
Yeah, a cup of tea.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And a schoon, if they've got a schoon,
we
can have a schoon, because that's a very Scottish thing.
No, here we
do
go.
Like a Scottish montage.
A Scottish montage. The scone or the scone?
Schoon.
Scone?
Around here, schoon.
Schoon. Alright, a schoon, a cup of tea, some shortbread. I like it.
Yeah.
Right, on the 85, heading west. We've done a lot heading west today. Okay, we just had a tea and a poo break, and Bob's just added an extra bit of flair to the car. Nothing in Scotland there. We definitely haven't been buying whiskey. No sir, won't do such a thing. We had a lovely chat with the whiskey shop. We just went lucky and honest. And now look, it is the moments of truth. Will it squash all our wonderful toys in the back? Oh, look at that, the beer's disappearing. The roof is coming down. So you know what this means. Very, very shortly. Look at the house now. Take one last look at the house, because the house may not be there the next time you see us. We might have been lost forevermore. But we are literally going to go up now to Glencoe. We found the Skyrim road, we're not trying to say it too loud. And we're going to take a picture of that. So, any words of wisdom, Bob?
I need the toilet.
Alright, well, what? You get it, Carsey, and I'm going to get it in the car. I'm keeping my jacket on for this. Right, we'll see you when we get to the top. It's going to come off. Alright, so we've got the roof down, and now we're going to see how we go with the hats, whether they stay on. So we're just going to come out to the Greenwell. We just had a lovely chat with a guy in MX5. Everyone's been lovely actually, haven't they?
Yeah.
I think they're all like car enthusiasts.
Beer enthusiasts.
Well, there was definitely some beer enthusiasm last night.
Yeah.
But I've been enjoying just having a natter with people, because I'm the kind of person I've got to face people talk to.
Yes.
It just seems to happen. That's happened how many times?
You're a very friendly person.
I've just got a friendly choice. Take after my brother in that way. He's a gobshite. He'll talk to absolutely anybody. But yeah, so we're coming down back onto the main road now. We've got to go and find the James Bond road. I'm assuming that's where that's taking us.
Yeah.
23 miles, so we should find that. Many of the rally guys have gone. Oh, there's a big pile of bikes coming in now. You can probably hear them.
Indeed.
Now we've got the roof down. Oh, Harley, Suzuki, Bandit, fuel stop. Is that a DeVille?
What?
Oh, it's packed up here. It's mad, isn't it, when you see like these look like, are they Blue Angels? Oh, it's a proper bike club. Blue Angels of Scotland.
They're probably all accountants.
Hobbies. We'll have a conversation about bike gangs later.
Oh
my
no,
God.
no.
If you can, then do. Hold on to your hats, gentlemen. Go on.
No, I'm letting them go.
I know. It's like that. It's like I'm telling them to go. Oh, Bob, you've got an entire van up your arse. Right, here we go then. So roof down. You can see a very irate van driver behind us, because not only did we pull out in front of them, but then slow them down.
But my hat's staying on.
My hat's sort of staying on. I can feel. I'm not saying I'm taller than you, because I don't think I am, but I am worried. There's definitely flappage. I feel I should pin it on. So yeah, now we've got 20 miles to go and find the James Bond spot to take a picture for the challenge. We've got a plan. It's not a good plan, but we've got a plan. But roof is down, and actually, this is alright.
Yeah.
I mean, so far we're doing 20 miles an hour because we're stuck behind the caravan, but apart from that, it's going alright. We've got 3 TBRs in front of us, we've got 2 Caterhams and what looks like an MGE?
MGF.
MGF. Bob's the car guy, not me. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. No idea if any of this is coming out. I am shouting. We are outside. It is loud and windy, but we'll see how we go. Right, I'll stop in a bit. Hold on to your hats! Oh my God. Could be because of the road. I don't like the sound of that. So we're coming down to see the Skyfall location, and there's like this is a tiny teensy little road, so we've got to find the right spot. Oh my word. Oh. But honestly, this drive up top here through Glencoe has been nothing other than sensational. Especially with roof down and especially with music. I'm going to say, like, you have highlights in your life, and I think this might be one of them. Oh my god, though, this is... You can imagine, I mean, when they've gone looking for scenery places to take shots for this film, what a treat. I bet there's about 50 cars down queuing to take pictures. But even if not, what a road. I'm happy with this.
This is very nice.
We'll stop while we get to the bottom, because I think we might just enjoy this for a bit, because it's a interesting ring around here. What's the... Is it on top here?
It's the two-baller.
Come on, dude. Oh, he's found it. Obviously, we're not the only ones who managed to find this. I mean, to be fair, it weren't hard to find looking on Google. He's waiting for you. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, though, I'm glad I put my jacket on. It's a bit
I'll
freezing.
just put the heaters directly on with that. So.
Yeah, that sounds like the plan, doesn't it? Thank you. This is one of the roads you must just drive. And the fact they've sent us down here on purpose, you got to get it. We'll find him tonight, we're going to have to shake hands. Just go like that. Applause. Oh, sensational. Oh, thank you.
Germans. That's probably what.
So coming into Fort William, we've managed to get a mobile signal so we can find the bronze Model T4 on this road which goes down the side of a log, and it's, I think they've used all the corners up they had left over. We're stood behind this guy on his bike, and he's one of the Blue Angel bike. He must be cussing because he wants to catch up with his mates, but there's no way overtaking on this road. It's double whites for a start, but it's like a constant flow of traffic in both directions.
And big lorries.
Yeah, but there's quite a lot of lorries coming the other way. This is one of those roads where sometimes you go, why is it 50 mile an hour? But this one definitely should be 50 mile an hour. I can totally get that.
No more than that.
Look at it, it's like a serpent, isn't it?
Well, it's just following the. It's following the.
Well, the shoreline, isn't it?
Shoreline of the lake, isn't it? So.
And again, we're between mountains and trees and forests, and all right, the traffic's a bit busier. This is the most traffic I think we've seen on the road.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the main arteries all the way through to get to one end to other.
Tell you what, I'm getting some real fumes off that motorbike. I'm gonna hang back.
Yeah, he's on a Suzuki Bandit. It's got V-reg. It's going to be all carburetor's probably needs sorting out. And he's got it revving quite high, so he must be like. I think what he's doing is looking for an opportunity to get round. So if he decides to open that up, it'll be off like a shot, but he's not going to stand a chance on this one. Take your time, mate. Stay safe.
As you can see, we have swapped places. Steve is now driving. We've had he reversed out the car park well, pulled away and worked out that the clutch is very high.
Clutch is a lot higher on this than it is on mine.
Now he's got to work out that the brakes aren't as probably as sharp as his either.
Yeah. Like us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's your job to make sure I don't exceed the speed limit or drive in the fucking side of the road, because this road feels very narrow in this massive car.
It's not that massive. All you got to do is keep yourself just slightly left of the middle line, so that you'll be fine. Alright?
Understood. Like I say, if you think I'm doing something stupid,
No.
You're here to instruct me, that's the main thing.
You'll hear me scream. It's alright, even though the steering feels heavy. Once you get going, it's fine, yeah? It's kind of weighted so that when it's going at pace, it's good. For low speed stuff, it is very heavy.
It was surprised me how heavy we were, like turning out to the car park.
Yeah.
That did take me by surprise.
Alright, speed camera, so it's technically it's 60. So just keep it in 5th, don't bother with 6 at the moment.
Yeah, I'll get used to it. Once I can get used to it, I'll be alright.
The only thing you got to be careful of is when you hit a bump in this, it kind of twitches a bit.
Yeah, I can feel that.
So
never been concentrating quite so hard in my entire life. That's alright though. It's quicker than a Panda.
Yeah. Most things are quicker than a Panda. Right, another tip for you once you got round this corner, you get straight out. It was brother that taught me this, and it's actually a very good tip when changing gear. So as you're going from one gear to the next, just pause when you're in second, when you're in the neutral bit, just for a split second, instead of just like jamming it in, just sort of gently out, gently in. Yeah, you don't have to, can't count to 1 or anything like that, but just slight pause.
Put it in clutch, wait, so like hold the beat effectively.
Yeah. See, Natasha, I can quite happily sit with a learner driver next to me and not have a complete panic attack.
Well, at least if I had to learn to drive a big car on any kind of roads, these roads I like. I know I'm a bit nervous about corners and shit, but I want to fancy that bit of road you were earlier chasing that ruddy bike.
Yeah, you'd actually gone into 6th then. That's why the revs had dropped so much.
Okay.
That's the whole point about doing the pause, because then it gives you that point of being able to come back onto yourself.
Okay. So this is Driving Lessons with Bob, episode 1. Yesterday was Chris review with Bob. Today, Driving Lessons.
Driving Lessons with Bob. Hello, we're still alive.
That's a vote of confidence.
So,
you didn't say barely.
Steve, I think, is enjoying the driving. He's still a bit sort of
rushing my way through the gears.
Rushing his way through his gears, and he's like take his time with those. And the other thing I've noticed is that he kind of
I like the left hand side.
He likes the left hand side a little bit too much.
I like to be in the middle when I'm driving.
So I'm trying to coach him on that, by not screaming, but go.
Well, you're a bit closer, Steve.
Just a little bit over to the right, Steve.
That's all right. Well, you've done well. You're not shouting at me yet.
No. There's nothing to shout at, to be honest. So yeah, I'm still here. I'm still putting fun.
I'm enjoying it.
I've enjoyed not having to drive, because I love driving, but you know.
It's nice to have a break.
Nice to have a break and just look at the lovely scenery.
And I've realised how lucky I've been having time to look at all the scenery while Bob's been driving. So it's educational for both of us.
Absolutely. Petrol station. Ambulance.
Fucking hell.
Yep, that's
fourth. That's fourth, alright.
Yep.
You didn't want to go in?
Yes, fourth is like that on that, actually, I've noticed.
Oh, it's some bikers. Oh my god, look at the price of petrol, it's gone up. 157. The further north we get, the more expensive it is.
Right, well, see, the problem is I've been putting the super stuff in because...
Does it have the performance?
Not the performance, it's more because like the...
Does it get better mileage?
It's the latest unleaded stuff is that
that E5
mix
stuff.
E5 stuff. And this being an older engine, I'm worried that it might not be that happy.
It's got used to the good stuff, Bob. That's what it is.
So I think what we'll do is when we get to Skye, we'll fill up again, because that way we'll at least have half and half.
There is the Kyle of the Cows, where I've been before. There's a Morrison's there. So if you wanted to put fuel in at Morrison's, you could do that.
Yeah, Morrison's tend to only have standard unleaded and diesel. They used to do super unleaded. They don't anymore. In terms of out of all of the supermarkets that do supermarket fuel, Tesco with their Momentum, they do super unleaded.
Hang on, is this a mini petrol review?
This is a mini petrol review.
I didn't realise it crept up on me. I'm like, I know a lot about petrol.
And what do you call it? Sainsbury's. They do super unleaded as well. Asda do not.
Costco do super unleaded.
Costco. Well, there you go.
That's my one and only addition to this conversation.
I haven't been to Costco in donkey's years, so.
Oh, you should. It's cheaper than everywhere else, but don't go in the morning or the afternoon when it's chocolate. You need to find get there really early.
Right. What else? And Morrison's don't do super unleaded.
Said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting old, mate.
That's why we're not going to Morrison's.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't say the sun's trying to come out. This cloud has
We have seen
lifted,
it.
and it's just absolutely glorious. So here's a question for the Scottish Tourist Board and Scottish Government. How much would it cost to close one of your roads just so that you could drive along it with no caravans or motorhomes or lorries in front of you?
Alternatively, here's a vote winner. Ban them from those roads.
Yeah. Or they can only drive through there at set times of the day.
Yeah. Between
it's that castle, right?
midnight and 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Bob.
Pay attention, Steve.
Pay attention. It's got really, really windy really quickly.
Yeah, so pay attention.
You've got to pay attention. You're supervising me.
You're in control of the car, though. That is the whole point behind learning to drive.
Driving it, I'm not saying I'm in control of it.
You're not driving it well.
I'm alright. So you just pulled out?
Yeah, they pulled out. Cars can do that. It was safe for them to do it.
You must run into back in his as I slowed down. I didn't slow down.
Yeah, you do have to go. Look, it's in the middle of an island.
Oh, do you want to do it?
So maybe if you take. There we go. Whoa!
What?
Nearly hit that curb then. That was sloped. I just thought we're going to flip.
Oh, it's this one.
It's this one. Aye.
Right now. I warn you.
Wow.
Parking might not by my swamp.
As I said, just be careful with this one because
it's a lot wider than you. It's heavy when you slow, isn't it?
It's heavy when it's slow.
When you're going, it's like it's designed to go.
Yeah.
Not designed to stop.
There.
I like it. That'll do.
That'll do. That'll do.
You know that?
Hey! Well done, Steve. You can now breathe.
I love the sarcastic well done, Steve. It's like, well done. We're still alive. Much to my surprise. I enjoyed that. Like, not as much as I would have on the bike, but despite myself, I have enjoyed that.
There you go.
I'm very, very chuffed with that.
There you go.
Ah, there you go.
We can still get over there.
I hope there's some public toilets so I can have a tiddle and then we'll take a picture.
Brilliant. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
This is apparently the most photographed castle in Scotland. It's the Eileen Doonan. Bob, what are you doing? Not to get a picture of you?
Yeah.
It'll wipe it out. It'll disappear forever.
Why?
That's apparently too many photos. Eats your soul.
Shut up.
Anyway, so we've stopped here after my little spell driving, mostly because I need a wee-wee. But for all the excitement, I've now got to go. So yeah, there you go. What a lovely castle. So we're coming up now on the Kyle of Lacalche, which is a place I can't really recommend, I've got to be honest. I went down to the train. There's a pub and there's a cafe, and the cafe shuts when the pub opens. So if you find yourself there for a couple of hours, you've really got to drink a lot of tea before you can have a pint. But we've just come past the Eilean Castle. A lovely place to have a photo, an absolute picturesque castle.
Very picturesque.
Yep. I drove us down, we didn't die.
Correct.
Which was good.
But now I'm driving. And
now Bob's driving again because we would like not to be worrying about driving off the left-hand side of the road, or driving into something coming the other way, or I do an inappropriate gear change, the car blows up. So well, I think I can accept that. But I can say like this is like coming towards the end of the driving of the first day, and I think there's been many highlights.
I'm proper smitten.
You're smitten.
Smitten. It's one of them. It's like, you know, granted this is only day one, right? And we're doing this 2-ball rally TBR700. Right?
Yep.
I would recommend anybody who likes to either drive, has a nice car, something like that, or just likes to go on picturesque scenery drives, just to follow this same route, book B&Bs or little hotels along the way. You will not go wrong.
No,
right?
you can't go wrong.
We had dinner in a little pubette tavern.
In the tavern in Fort William.
Fort William. We had Cullen Skink, which is basically fish chowder, or just a pint of cream with some tatties in some onions and smoked haddock, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I had a side of haggis, mash and neeps, and again, very good, and it was just nice and simple.
I also had the skink and some vegetables because I needed something which wasn't fried.
Yeah.
Felt like I needed some vitamins.
Yeah. So yeah, I just highly recommend it. I really do.
You can't go wrong. So honestly, it is right. Whether you do a guided tour like it's a guided tour, a directed tour like we're doing, or if you just come up here and just drive around, you through a stick, you'd find a good road for like driving or riding a bike on. You really can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can't. So now we're coming through the Kyle of Lacalche, which you can't see, thankfully. There's not much to see, to be honest. There's a fishing port, like I said. I came on the train thinking it was going to be all kinds of exciting stuff, because you come from Inverness all the way across here. And then I got stuck here for 2 hours until the next train went back. So I had to kill some time. Not a lot of things to do to kill some time here. But we are about to go across the bridge to Isle of Skye. We've got 8 miles left today before we get to the hotel. I think tonight we'll sleep a lot better.
Yeah, I think I will.
I'm not nervous about getting up this morning, but you know, we weren't sure where we had to be and what time we had to be and all the rest of it. But even the start of the day, when we were worried about it, we got to the racing track at Knockhill. That was an unexpected pleasure. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, nice. This is great. Come to Scotland.
Yeah.
You should come to Scotland. It is nice. The people have been brilliant as well.
Oh yeah.
The lady who served us at lunch, she spent about 10 minutes talking to us about, why are you dressed up? What are you doing? And although we weren't the first people to do the rally to go through, she still listened to us patiently and wanted to talk to us story. And as we come out, there's a big bike event going off in Scotland this weekend, a trials event. She told us all about that. So we have love today. So I mean, it's like, as far as I'm concerned, I know as we head up, the scenery gets, to my opinion, actually better. And I know you might not believe me, Bob, but trust me, it does. And of course, we've got the Apricot to look forward to tomorrow and go up to Ullapool, and I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be great.